The Pokemon anime is about our hero, Ash Ketchum, and all the misadventures he has throughout his journey of becoming a Pokemon master. Unfortunately for Ash, we see practically everything. Every win, loss, and then some. But have you ever noticed the wins that made you tilt your head, question how that could happen, or just make you scream at your television screen? Well, we've been doing some digging, and now we have come up with some of, if not the worst, wins that Ash has ever had in his entire career as a Pokemon trainer. Now, I get what you're saying. Pokestar, what counts as a bad win? A win's a win, right? Well, sure, but we need to think about how exactly each battle is laid out. In the normal Pokemon games, you don't really have any real way to beat your opponent aside from the usual commands in the RPG format. Maybe you'll get an item here or a special ability there. But the issue with these wins with Ash is that they don't make sense. He'll be rewarded for pretty much cheating, or at the very least, he'll have something unconventional happen to help get him the victory. Sometimes he'll straight up forfeit and he's rewarded somehow. And we can't look at his worst wins without looking at the king of plot armor-based plot lines. Our story begins with Ash and Misty arriving at their first gym, being taken care of by the one and only rock-type gym leader, Brock, right out of the gate. Brock is pretty skeptical of Ash's chances at winning. It's like he can smell the new guy status on Ash, and so we get our fight.
How long have you been with that Pokemon?
About 2 weeks, I guess.
Yes, your Pikachu is in its cutest stage. It can't win.
And Brock, well, he mops the floor with Ash, so he leaves to try and find a way to take down Brock. Suddenly, we get a training montage as someone who looks oddly familiar comes up to Ash and tells him the best way to beat Brock is to make Pikachu's Thunder Shock stronger. This isn't training. Sorry, but this seems more like a form of steroid. I mean, performance enhancements of the electrical kind. I mean, Brock said the word steroids in the anime, and you don't hear 4 kids getting in trouble.
I don't want to make accusations, but I bet he's using steroids on that Sunflora.
Then again, they are 6 feet under, so let's move on. After the trials and tribulations, Ash and Pikachu go in and take on Brock fair and square and, Oh, my mistake. What actually happened was this. Though Pikachu was able to defeat Geodude a bit easier, which also makes no sense, being a rock type and all, there was a whole lot of shenanigans with Onix. It seemed like even with the, training Pikachu and Ash did, the electrical shots of Pikachu's Thunderbolt scattering around and shocking pretty much everything in sight, nearly electrocuting Ash in the process, but caused a small fire that turned the sprinklers on. Misty, a fellow Pokemon trainer by the way, encourages Ash to use the situation to his advantage. This was before Pikachu had been squeezed and been knocked out. At least, knocked out in our eyes due to the swirling eyes that announces that a Pokemon was unable to battle. But no, Pikachu just gets back up and then cheats to win. Oh wait, a second note. He's then interrupted by the siblings of Brock, not wanting to bring himself to beat Brock for some reason. So pretty much the match ends in a no contest. But just then, as he walks out, Brock comes back with the Pewter City badge. What? So let me get this straight. This kid comes in, gets his butt kicked, cheats to get a home field advantage, and is rewarded? Now I know what you're thinking. Pokestar, this doesn't count as a win. Brock just gave him the badge and is now going along with Ash and Misty on their journey. But here's the thing. Brock states to Ash that he won the battle.
For defeating a gym trainer? I can't accept that. I didn't beat you. I gave up.
Nah, I lost to you. You beat me in battle and in being kind to all Pokemon.
So technically, Ash won the match via judge's decision. It's kind of like when Skyla in the Black and White anime looks over at a Pokemon and decides if a Pokemon is good enough to win a badge or not. Gym leaders can pretty much do whatever they want, I suppose. But yeah, this is the first of many head-scratching moments in the anime.
To play with me again. Go, Kadabra.
And I choose as my Pokemon, Haunter! Go, Haunter!
Okay. So, before we get to the fight itself, I'm going to have to try and explain this in the fastest way possible while getting into the match itself. So let's take this from the top. In the episode Abra and the Psychic Showdown, Ash and the gang are in the woods one night and get lost. Ash sees a child that seemed to be alone in the woods playing with her ball. Ash tries to catch up to her, but falls down and is saved by his friends when he sees a city nearby. Ash and friends go into the city and are caught by a trap by Team Rocket. The little girl from before comes in and practically saves them, but takes them to Sabrina's gym. After that, an older male comes in to go and talk to Ash and the others about how it's dangerous to go to the gym and that they should stay away from the gym. Hey, where have I heard that before? So they enter the gym, and the only people who can go in and take on Sabrina must be able to use telekinesis, which is a list and a video for another time because there's just a room of nerds who can use telekinetic powers? Huh? Ash, being the smart Alec Chad he is, bends the spoon easily with his bare hands, which is embarrassing for some reason. Man, Ash's friends are haters sometimes. They then go in to see the little girl from before. She is then presented by the real Sabrina, who is controlling this doll? Little girl? I don't know. So then Abra fights Pikachu but evolves into Kadabra. They lose, and then shrink and are now part of Sabrina's playhouse, until the mysterious man, who is later in the episodes revealed to be Sabrina's father, explains he needs a ghost-type Pokemon to beat Sabrina. Skipping ahead to the episode Tower of Terror. The gang are once again in the spooky woods, go in and find a haunted mansion, and are pranked by a ghastly Gengar and a Haunter. I wonder what'll happen here. So after that, they capture Haunter, and in the episode Haunter vs. Kadabra, we get that. And now here we are. Okay, now that you're caught up, let's get to the match. Phew, I need some water. Okay, so even before the match, Haunter is nowhere to be seen, and Sabrina is now bored and decides to mess around, turning Brock and Misty to dolls. Horrifying. So then we get a backstory of Sabrina's, and okay, you know what? Let's just skip to the actual battle. So then Haunter no-shows once again.
And for my Pokemon, I choose Haunter!
Haunter?
Well, where is your Pokemon? Oh no, not again!
Man, poor Ash. Pikachu, deciding to face his fears, goes to bat for Ash to take on Kadabra. Pikachu goes in, using Thundershock to attack his opponent while Kadabra is teleporting. It seems hopeless as he uses Psybeam to confuse Pikachu, though our favorite yellow rat gets back up and uses Thunderbolt on the taller Pokemon, and it seems that he's won.
Recover.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Okay, technically, you could use the move Recover to heal himself up, but it looked to me that Ash had it in the bag. But soon Haunter comes in to save the day. That's right, he's finally here, and he's doing something.
She smiled.
So with that being said, it seems as if Kadabra is unable to battle, due to him also being in a complete laughing fit. So then with that outside interference, it seems like Pikachu won, even being declared by Sabrina's dad and everything. Okay, this win was genuinely annoying. Despite the fact that Sabrina is now happy and all, we spent count 'em, 3 episodes for Ash to fight off Sabrina, go into finding a new Pokemon to help us with our battle, and then this is the payoff? I'm not gonna lie. As a fan of the anime, I like these episodes. It's sweet that Ash helped out Sabrina by letting her keep Haunter, but being gifted the badge after this defeat, I don't know. This just rubbed me the wrong way. Yet another strange win via nonsensical actions. Not necessarily a no contest situation, but not a great win for Ash either. Dude, he even says he didn't deserve the badge in the first place.
Yeah, but do you really think I deserve to get this Marsh badge?
Misty reassures him, but like, come on Misty, your sisters were literally going to give the badge to the kid, so I'm not even going to talk about that mess. Whatever, let's just move on. In the episode Pokemon Sensation, Ash, Brock, and Misty find themselves in a perfume store, and Ash has some interesting comments about perfume.
Don't buy it, Misty! Perfume's just a waste of money, and it stinks! Go away.
He gets denied entry due to his anti-perfume rhetoric and is then forced to leave. On a side plot, Team Rocket tried to go in and steal some of the perfume, but then get caught by Gloom, and then are knocked out by the co-workers, and with Ash's help, they would sneak into the gym and disguise Ash as Ashley, and Jesse and James would be disguised as her parents. There's a lot of things I could say about this episode, cause I'll be honest, I must have repressed this memory from my mind because I don't even remember Erica being a gym leader. The one saving grace for this episode, for me at least, is Erica's backstory with Gloom and how they've been close ever since, but the rest of it feels mean-spirited to Ash. I understand what he said was kind of weird, but to go in and just torture the stupid kid and insult him? These are grown women! It's weird, but we're not here for a review of the episode. We're here to talk about the battle. Oh boy. So this gets me annoyed for a couple of reasons. So far, we see Erica take out a Tangela while Ash whips out Bulbasaur. Okay, so far Erica is showcasing her pro skills by beating Bulbasaur. Then Ash would throw Slowbro and Charmander, as it means he has the advantage. But Erica saying it should be easy and taking out another grass type like Weeping Bell is pretty awkward. She must have thought Ash was too weak as a trainer to really do any damage. But surprise, surprise, the fire-based Pokemon was able to beat Weeping Bell. Gloom is next and takes out Charmander in seconds. So now it's Pikachu's turn and...
Heartwarming, but what's that smell?
Aw, jeez. So, Team Rocket pretty much blows up the gym and causes a fire. So now Team Rocket have just acted on terrorism, so that's great. So then the building's on fire, which means this is another no contest. Looks like Ash is going to have to come back when things are built, and he's...
With deep gratitude, I present you with this rainbow badge.
Are you kidding me? Ash and Erica still haven't even completed their one battle, and to make matters worse, are technically tied. Ash saved her Gloom, sure, but him not even completing the task means this is the second time where there was a no contest, and Ash still won anyway. I also like the fact that Ash is confused by this act of generosity, as Ash has been nothing but a jerk towards Erica and her profession, and hobbies throughout the episode. The gesture was nice. Not any normal 10-year-old boy would jump in and save a Pokemon from a fire, but I don't know. I feel like it was more an obligation than anything. What's it gonna do? Just let a Pokemon die? Well, that's that. So far we've had 2 no contests, which counted as Ash winning in the end. I guess it's true what they say.
I always get what I want!
And the last win Ash had, which is the worst in my opinion, is...
They must have booby-trapped it somehow.
If you run away now, you won't get that Earth badge.
I'm not running anywhere.
We'll begin with 3 Pokemon.
Wait, how did we get here? Ash is battling Team Rocket for the badge. Well, I should explain. Giovanni is pretty much using Mewtwo to go and beat up on a certain rival that I talked about in this video. But when something happens in one of Giovanni's labs, he hands 3 Pokemon to Team Rocket. So it's up to them to take on any comers of his gym. Unfortunately for them, they're taking on Ash. And oh boy, we're in for a doozy. So okay, this battle is a bit on the serious side, or at least it should be, because for this battle, when Ash's Pokemon is damaged, so is he. Huh? Okay? Why? I understand that Team Rocket is like an evil organization, but to do this to other trainers? To children? This didn't happen in Gary's battle with Giovanni, so why is it happening here? Team Rocket didn't take getting blasted too kindly now, huh? So while this is going on, Ash is still being shocked and still believes in his Pokemon, which is nice and all, but the entire thing becomes a mess. Gary starts fighting Meowth for the controller. Jesse sends out all the Pokemon they have. Misty tells Jesse that it's cheating. Yeah, a little late for that, miss. Onyx is weak against water, but it ends up with Pikachu jumping into Weezing and Arbok, and somehow shocking the other 3 Pokemon. One of them is immune against electricity, mind you. It ends up with them blowing themselves up and blasting off again, dropping the Earth badge as well. And thus, it's over. Ash's biggest pull in the entire video. Literally, he was being shocked, having 5 Pokemon against his Pikachu, only for Pikachu to shock them all to submission. Well, Arbok and Weezing at least. The others just ran away. This surely was an experience to say the least. Whenever people say Ash had the most annoying plot armor, this is probably what they meant. I just showed 4 wins that make no sense, rewarded Ash for either doing nothing, or the writers gave Ash a hand in many ways. And this was the end result. Well, what do you guys think? Were there other battles on this list that Ash didn't deserve the win for? Were we too harsh on our decisions? Well, we literally have 1,000 or so episodes we can look into. 1,000 or so episodes. What? Well, if you want to see a potential sequel to this series, comment below, like and subscribe to Pokestar. Thank you guys so much for the love. We hope you enjoyed today's video. See ya!